Hi guys, definitely Mario here. Today we want to make our create a lobby a little bit more advanced. So now we only click the button and the lobby open and the game is ready to join. But we want to give the lobby a name, want to choose our level and set the maximum player count on it. So let us go to Unreal Engine for that. Here we are in Unreal Engine. You will notice two new folders, the folder data and the folder struct. And here we begin. In the folder struct, we have to create a new structure. You can search here for it, and we will name that structure map struct. We will open it, and we need some variables here. First one is the level. Level is of kind soft world reference, so we can put here a level file from our project. So the next variable we need is the max players. This would be an integer. The next variable we need will be max goes. So we will implement later on the ability to let there more than one goes to hunt. And the last one will be the thumbnail of our level, and this is texture to the object reference. This we need. First, we don't need the max goes. We implement it now so we can use it later on. Max player, we could use it now, and I think we will use it now. So every map can have another count of players. So maybe we make a big map, a large map, so they can be played for 8 people maybe. And so we have normal maps, they can be played by 4 people or whatever we imagine for your own game. So after we make the struct, we go into the data folder. And here we want to make a thing called data table. Here, data table. The data table needs to know from what struct type will be every row. So we go on our map struct, press on OK, and we name it DT for data table maps, because we want to store all our maps into this data table. So now we want to add a row here. So we name that level, we name it, what would we call it? Smallville. We call it Smallville. It doesn't matter at this point so much. So here we can take the level. We take the level first. We say 4 players, 1 goes, and we take this at the map symbol. We want to add one more map, and it will be Lake Town. And this goes into the first level person true, because we have no other level. We say here it could be 3 players, 1 ghost, and it had this icon. We save it. So now we have create 2 maps for our game with this data. So after we implement this, we have to implement some more things. First, we will go where we will go first. Let us first create our widget we need. So we go on the UI folder, make a new blueprint class, search for user widget, and we call it VB create session. Let us call this VB create session. So in here we need some stuff. First of all, like always, we need a canvas panel. Second, we need an overlay. And on the overlay, we will put an image. White image would be here. Oh, that's what's not wrong, but not exactly what we want to do. So here we have our white image. It a little bit. So let us make it like this. So we now need some kind of input here. So let us make first a text and put it there. Here we want to call it server name. Size to fit. So server name double point. So that's the server name we want to have. So now we need a text box. Let us put it anywhere near here. So let us make it this big. And we call that server name. So second, we need another label, maybe here. Call that max player count. Make a double dot 2. So now we need 2 buttons and a number. So let us create a button first. We'll put that here. We need a text in it. So we put it here. The text will be only a plus sign. The button needs to fit this. So we put it there. So now we need another button. We copy it. And we want to put it somewhere here. There you need a minus. And in between we need a text. And this text will be 4 at default. So max player count will be 4. We can increment or decrement it. So next we need a new label here. And we call it select map. Don't miss the double dot because we make it so now we need the same 3 things here, but the text here will the level name. So maybe around there. So we need 2 buttons and more for the one back button and one create button. So let us put the text labels on it. Here we want to write back and we want size content. Here we want to write create and size to content. Now we have a decent looking blueprint, and we have to get it on the create lobby here. So we can delete all of this stuff so it looks here a little bit cleaner for us. So first we get this stuff, bring it there, delete this, copy this, bring it here, and open our VB create session, save, and try. Create lobby, you see we got all our things there. It's kind look from the left. So it's okay for our testing purpose. If you want to make it a really good looking, so you can do it, but we will make a video in the future where we will update the GUI to a better, nice looking one. But for the purpose of the video, we will not do it yet. So we can get rid of this too. One more thing we should do, because it's a little bit annoying. Okay, I will first show what I mean. If you press play and click here, you see the mouse button is disappear. We can interact with the button. We have to go back. That's not the behavior we want. So get here the player controller. And from the player controller, set the input mode UI only. So, and from there, take another node here and set mouse, set show mouse cursor here and make it to true. Save, go out, and now if you put we can interact the whole time with the GUI. But it had a downside. I will I can't show you because we can create the lobby. If you join the game, you will not able to move because we set the game mode to set input mode only UI. So we have to do the different after rejoining a game. So let us open for that our VB list item. Go to the graph and now here we want to activate our set mode to game only. So here we do the exact opposite. We will activate our game mode, movement, looking, and all stuff again. So that's for that. So now we go back to our create session. We need now for every button a click event. So let us call them increment player, decrement player, next map, and previous map. So we not have to, and we can make it so. Here we call it back, and here we call it create. So now we can have a better life because here stands increment button. decrement player is a group. Next map, reverse map, they are group 2. And the back button. And last but not least, the create. So now to prevent this to be a really messy thing, we will use in this scenario functions. So let us create functions. The first function we want to have is set maps thumbnail. So let us create this one. Set maps thumbnail. This function takes some params we need. So yeah, but before we get into that, we should get all variables we need here. So, and that will be player count as an integer, then lobby name as a string, then level name as string 2, then maps data of type data table object reference. The next will be current map index as an integer. Then we want row names. That will be a names array. You could press right mouse click, and so it will be from a single to an array. And the last one is max. Max is meaning the max player count you can have. So the first function we will here is not our set map thumbnail. Before we have set up data. This function will be called at the beginning. So here, what we need is our map data. Oh, we have to compile it and save it. And make our map data of type dt maps. It's very important to don't miss this step. So now we want here and get our row names. So we want to save the row names here. And we want to get here, for the purpose of the initialization of the create, we want to get a copy from index 0. We want the first map we have in our maps array. So if we got it, we want to go forward to our level name here. We want to set our level name here. And our cell level name will be this. It's pretty simple. That's our level name because the index of our data row is our level name. So we get our names from index null and set the level name here. Now we don't make it a variable until now. We need this here. we do this level name text. We have to put our underscores on the right position. So now we have to set this. Go here with get and set tags here on the content. So now we want to do this and we want to do this. So if we now start, our first level name will be in that. If we take this and put it here. So now we start the level. We have here now small verb. It works like a charm. Let us go. So now what we need is, first we miss something. We want here to present the level image. Maybe we put it here and make it maybe this big. And we call this map underscore thumbnail. So, and now we go back to the function and we want to get our data raw. So we want here to our map data and get raw, get data table raw. That is what we want. And text is not, oh, I understand. Yeah. And here we have to break it down. Break map structure. So here you see what we got. When the raw is found, we want to our map thumbnail here to set brush from texture, and we want to get the thumbnail here. That is the whole thing. Now if we start, we have here our thumbnail. In your place it would not be this, I think, devil icon. It will be a cute screenshot from your map or something similar as that. So now we did this. We have done all we want to make on our setup function. So we get back to set map thumbnail function. And here we want to make it short and quick. We want here to get, I will put it on that side. I like that much more. Input will be get an index of type integer. So we now get our row names. Here, get row names. Get a copy. Get that from the index. And we want our maps data. Map data. Here we want get data raw. We want this. And we want this. We want again to break the struct here. And again, we want to get our thumbnail and set brush from texture like here. And so we could change our the little function that helps us a lot. So Now we need another function that's very important for us, and this function will be called calculate current map index. So this will get one parameter, a direction. What I mean by direction, I will explain short. So first we need here is our current map subtract by 1. Then we need our current map. No, let us make it so. Edit 1. And we need a node. So here we need first make an equal check and make this check if is 1. So then we need here a select integer node. Where we can find it. Okay, we have to go from here. Select int, here it is. Select int this or this. And this is a condition. If it 1, it will pick A. A is plus. So it do exactly what we want. And from here we want to clamp the value. So it will be clamped between 0 for the first map. And now we need to know how many row names we got so far. So we go here, range, we subtract 1 by it, because an array starts at number 0, but this length will start at, for the first item, at number 1, so it's one number too high for us. I hope I make myself clear on this. So, and now we're nearly on the end, because now we have to set the player count here. That is the new player count, and we have to get here how the exit. I like that. So we go from there to where. Now we need a return node. And the return node should return the count here. So we finish our next function we need so far. So we have our setup thumbnail, we have setup data, we have calculate map index, current map index. So we need 2 more. One of them is our function to update the selected map. So we want to call that update selected map. This got a direction too. And here we want to use our calculate current max index node. And furthermore, we have to do some minor things. First, we need our row names here. And we want to get a copy of this on the count. Then we want to set text of the level name. So level name text here. Place it here. Set text. Place that there. And now we have this. Let us put that here. Oh, yeah. It's good enough. So, and at last we make set maps thumbnail here. Here we have to get the index 2. So that is now finished. Now we missed one more function we need. We're nearly at the end. And now we take now half an hour, but we're nearly at the end. Calculate current max layer. You can write me in the comments what you more like. This kind of long video, or you have to let me make more parts. What is for you better? Let it write it so I know which is better for you. Here it's nearly the same logic we got before. We get the player count. One time we add it. One time we subtract one. And now we want a select int here. We make the execute pin. We put this there, that there, that there. We have to clamp our value. And we want to clamp it on 1 because we need at a minimum 1 player. And our max variable. So this too is the clamping. Now we have to set our player count on the outcome of the clamp. And we need a return node. And the return node should return the count. That's so far for our functions. Now we have to go in the event graph back, event graph. So we have to connect all our functions to their behaviors. So we have update our map here, next map, previous map. For that we need the function update selected map. One time here with the direction of 1, and one time here with the direction of no. So one time goes higher, one time goes lower. So then we miss something more. We have to do this text field of the server name. We need here a thing with called on text change. It's pretty important that we handle that. So here we want to set the lobby name and get the text from here into here. So every time the player is putting something in the box, we get this in the right variable. So let us make the hint the text point test, so it ever writes something there. We could make the text style. Now we let it. The video is long enough, so we not must. So we have our create button here at the lower end. We want get game instance. We want to cast it to BP GI base, blueprint, game instance, base. Now we want here some variables. First our level name. Then we need our player count. And then we need our lobby name. Yeah. So on all that, we want to put into our create session. So now we want to put it, that's not work. Okay, we go here and we want to edit all three of them. First level name. This would be string. Second player count, it would be an integer. And lobby name. And string again. We go back to our where it is, there it is. So we get this, and this. So on the create button click, we get our variables through the create session. The back button is easy too. Create widget, VB menu, add to viewport, and remove from parent. So now we got all of that done. So we have to make now the last two buttons. So calculate current max players. We should do it one time here. And we do it one time here. Here we put in 1. And we want to set the player count text. I think we make it not a variable. Player count. So now it is available. Now we could use that here. And we want set text one time here. And we want set text one time here. So now we are ready for that. Let us try it. Create. Yay. Here we got a little error. You see, nothing happens. But here it will happen, and here too. So let us go in and fix our set player max count short. -1, +1, 1, 1 max is 0. We have to get it to 4. And now it should work like a charm. Yeah, it worked. So now we have to simple bring that to work too. Yeah. So let's make some things here. From the server name, we make something called make literal session property. Here we write server name. From that, we want to make an array. And we bring that array to extra settings. The player count will get here. So it will use for the public connections we need so far. So now we have to make the rest of it. We need the map data here too. So map data, data table, object reference, compile, and get our DT maps. So we want here to get data table raw. Want a little bit more space here, go from here to here, and go from here to level, what we call that exactly, level name. Okay, let us put this to this, to here, here. So now we can break the struct here. We want to split the pins here and get the level asset there. So that's for here. One last thing we have, and the last thing we have to do is add the lobby list. So we want to get the real name of our map. So we have to bring this a little further. We could delete this and we could delete this. From here, we want to get extra settings. So, and from here, we want to get session property string. It's very important. And if you find it, we want to make this. And we want to get this here. It's a little messy. I know we should server name. We should make this a little bit more understandable because it's a mess. It's simply a mess. So that will it be. So now we can start the lobby, create a lobby, create it. We are in the game. Now we could join the lobby, refresh it. Now we not get the very long server name. We will get nothing because I think I know why. Yeah. I think that is the problem. So let it prove it, and then we could make it. We could fix it. Now we got it here. We could join. Be placed under the player because the player not move a single inch. So now we go from here to where we will. Yeah. No, we have to fix the player count. Player count will be here. Or that will fix it. And the level name will be here, test, and that will fix that. So we will create a lobby, start a lobby. We will join a lobby, refresh. And now the real name should be. Did it not? Okay. Yeah, we did a mistake. We put it here, but we have put it on the lobby name, not on the level name. So now one time again, create lobby, create it. And join lobby, refresh it. Now, the real name of the lobby stand here, we can join. But first we have to handle one more problem. You have seen we couldn't move a single inch. That is the reason because our code here not triggered. So we should not wait on this. We could simply use that. Let us try. It not worked, so I will stop short. I do not want to waste your time. I know where the problem is. We do the re-enabled movement only for the client if he joined. We not do that for the one who creates the lobby. So we have to move that here. Save, start, play. And now we can move a little bit so our client have some space. And now we are done and we are here. So we got it. It would be awesome if you let me know that long videos is good for you or not. Maybe tell it in the comments. It would be awesome. And a new announcement is I do not want to repeat polls on Patreon at the moment. I will make the polls direct on YouTube. The poll for the first investigation item is moved to YouTube too, so you can give your vote there. Yeah, I hope you have a nice day. Bye.